Today is the vlog for April 23rd, and this is my first day back to work since Saturday, since Leo was put to sleep, and I hate saying that. Today was actually pretty good, all things considered. Aside from being a stupendously wonderful, hot spring day, being around people definitely has made a big difference. I told my good friend Philip about this, and when I was going out to lunch today, I went and found a couple old videos that I had made. I'd say old videos of Leo, but none of them could be more than 2 or at most 3 years because I haven't had this phone that long. And they made me cry. I'm not ashamed to say that. Seeing him in motion, seeing him alive was hard. And I had avoided doing that for a while. I wasn't sure if I would just hurt myself seeing him like that or if it would make me feel better. And well, it basically did both. I cried in the car before I went to lunch. The drive gave me time for my eyes to recover. My eyes have been pretty red lately, if you can imagine. But, you know, it's been hard seeing all the little spots in the house. All the reflexes I developed that I didn't think about. When I come home at night, I look for him. I mean, I still do. I know I'm not going to find him after a minute I remember. Okay, yeah, there's no point in checking on the bed or under the bed or on the day bed. The day bed is where I first took him. When I brought him inside, I took him to that day bed and I set him down to just sort of check him over and make sure that he was going to be okay. He didn't stay there very long. He wanted to crawl under it. He was a kitten. That was the first place I took him, and that was where he was most of the morning when we said goodbye. But I am glad that I got that video, the videos that I did, and the pictures that I did. I didn't take a lot of pictures of Mittens and Kitsy, and as I've gotten older, the image of them in my mind has gotten fuzzy. And that's frustrating because I did care for them and they were so there, and you just take it for granted. And I used to think so poorly of people who took tons of pictures of their cats and were showing me pictures of their cats. They weren't doing it for me. They weren't doing it to show off. They were doing it so they had a little memory that had some physicality to it, so it would help them remember these moments with their beloved pets. And because I got Leo, or Leo found me, whatever you want to call it, because he came into my life so close after Mittens had passed away, I thought about losing him all the time. I thought about how much it was going to hurt. And the pain that I imagined pales in comparison to how I feel now. But at the same time, it wasn't as if every moment was agony. Every moment was a treasure. And it was because Mittens had taught me the value of loving something that I was able to love Leo as much as I did. Even when he drove me nuts, even when he was waking me up early in the morning, as soon as though there was any light and the birds were chirping, that was enough to get Leo going. And even though I only fed him at 6 a.m. every morning, he would usually be trying to get me out of bed at 5:30. It was really bad when he was a kitten, because he would be waking up at 3 in the morning, ready to eat. But I trained him so that I would only get up and out of bed to feed him when my alarm went off. And after a while, he picked up on that, and he would leave me alone mostly until the alarm went off, unless he was really hungry from the night before. I've still got my alarm set to 6 a.m. every morning. I need to get up that early just to go to work. But it's definitely it's weird getting up and stopping before I go out to feed him, because there's no dish down there anymore and there's no more food. We threw that out. But the reflex is still there. Leo was very handsome. When I moved in with Brooke and Sean, one of the things Brooke really liked about him was how photogenic he was. And it was sort of her idea to start, getting a lot of pictures. And one of the most amazing ones, I hope I have it somewhere, is a picture of him with the sun behind his head. And he just looks like he's glowing, like there's a halo of light along the edges of his fur on his silhouette. I always really like that picture. I really hope I can find it somewhere. Maybe I'll show it on the vlog at some point. I thought a lot about what it would be like when he passed on. But I don't want it to sound like I didn't value the time I had with him. To the contrary, it made me see that every single moment was a gift, one that I will be thankful for my whole life. This has been Eric Spornitz, and tomorrow will be better.